My guy, how about you? Where do you go to school?
College.
College, huh? The student loan crisis is so bad they rolled out a generic version. Who are you here with tonight?
I came alone.
This guy seems a little too used to saying that, am I right?
Maybe I'll meet the love of my life tonight.
But sir, I feel another presence here with you. This is gonna sound strange, but I'm not just an edgy comic. I'm also a psychic medium. I'm sensing a strong musk, a celebrity unisex fragrance maybe. Is it Miami by Pitbull?
Uncle Douglas.
Uncle Douglas said you do not have to worry about him anymore. He passed on doing what he loves.
Drugs?
Lots of them. He's telling me something about money. He put in a jacket, and the jacket's on the kangaroo?
Kangaroo Jack! That was our favorite movie.
He says he knows your standards are very low because you only got into a generic college, but this comedy show is not where you're gonna meet the love of your life. Honestly, Unky Doug seems pretty disappointed in you.
I love you, Uncle Douglas.
Sometimes the best gift you can give is a helping hand. Please donate to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters this holiday season.
We're here. We've made it to the final round here. This is the last segment of the 24-hour charity live stream. It's crazy that we've been doing this all day long, and I am very, very excited to be bringing in my good friend Joey, who is going to DM this awesome RPG. Joey, you
Thank
were
you
at
so
the very
much.
first live stream event that we did, doing something similar to this.
Yes, I got to do a Rankin Bass RPG, but we're switching it up a little bit this night.
Yeah, I am very excited about this. I just want to really quickly give people the update that as of right now, we are sitting at $583 of our $2,000 goal.
We'll do more.
So I think I'm gonna pray for a miracle, and my miracle is let's get to that 1,000 before this RPG is done. If anybody out there can make that happen, if you're watching and you've been waiting for a big moment, this is the big moment. You got the last 2 hours. Let's make it happen.
Come on, Santa. Matt, thank you, and thank you for not putting any pressure on me for this last segment.
Yeah, it's all on you. If we don't succeed, you will never be seen on Geekscape TV ever again. No, I actually am hopeful. I will say this right now, and I'm going to put you on the spot for it, but I'm hopeful that if we all have as much fun as I think we're going to have with this, we should try to do an RPG like once a quarter. Every
Bring
like
it.
3 or 4 months, let's do a
Bring it.
Geekscape podcasters get together for a one-off RPG type thing.
Look, if you guys don't have fun tonight, that's your problem, not mine. That's all I'm saying.
All right, works for me. I'm going to drop off and watch, and I am very excited to see how this goes.
Goodbye, Matt. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to beat around the bush. Yes, we're playing an RPG, and I bet you want to know tonight's theme. Tonight's theme, we are setting this game in the far-flung future of the year 2012. And it starts with a little Christmas star ship flying through outer space. And we meet the crew of our Christmas starship, starting with none other than our pilot and psychic, Noel and Borbus Orbis. Noel, of course, you are at the helm with all your lovely gangly arms and your badass goggles.
I'm going to press those buttons, and I'm going to press them fast.
Yeah, there is no second place where you come from, right, Noel?
Yeah, we're the fastest in the universe.
And Borbus, could you tell us a little something about where you come from again?
Well, of course I will. Actually, as you should know, the Metaclidian people actually cultivated the area 500 years before my people. But interestingly enough, many things have happened since then on the planet of Lu.
Fascinating.
Ooh, very good, very good. They are, of course, not alone. They are joined by their medical officer, science officer, the drone known as KD, which I believe is short for Knowledge Drone?
Yes, of course, Knowledge Drone, not formerly known as Killing Drone.
No. And from what I understand, you are literally a drone flying around with a little hologram?
I am a holographic image, though my brain is in this computer.
Nice. Yes. Aren't all brains in computers? And finally, weapons expert and veteran of the holiday wars themselves, none other than Griswold Grizz McLean.
Sergeant Griswold McLean, you can call me Grizz. Just got to make sure that we're all on Santa's nice list this year, all right?
Oh, not everyone can be on the nice list, though.
What does that mean?
All right.
Cull the herd.
You guys are flying around space, which is that big space that's in between planets and stars, when suddenly you begin to receive an incoming message, which, just by the way, for knowledge, in the future, all messages are received through popular podcasts.
Stars! Christmas stars! Do you read me? This is Matt Kelly of the Christmas 365 Earth Base. Do you read me?
Good evening, stars. I wish I could say this was going to be a silent night, but we've gotten word from the Dynamic Resolutions podcast station that there are creatures astirring. It's an emergency that only a fine crew of spatial, technical, astronautical rangers like yourselves can handle.
It appears the NORAD Santa Tracker has, ironically, lost track of Santa.
We got word from the $2 Late Fee podcast that his last confirmed sighting was near a Martian mining colony, one of our Earth settlements, a town called Christmas.
With any luck, it's just some gremlins playing jingle bells and listening to the In Defense of Fandom podcast with our radar.
Maybe the big man is already on his way back to Earth enjoying an episode of YA OK.
But with only a few hours until Christmas and a world full of children expecting to wake up with presents under their tree this Christmas, it's not a risk we can afford to take. We need to make sure that Santa comes home.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to investigate the town of Christmas, bring the big man home, and make sure we all have a holly jolly holiday.
All right. Hopefully you guys got the message, and I'm going to start my ruddy, mysterious sci-fi music now. Your mission, which you're going to accept whether you like it or not, journey to the Martian colony of Christmas and investigate where has Santa gone. Do any of you have any questions as you fly there? Obviously, Noelle, you're going to have to get everyone there. Why don't you go ahead and give me a performance roll to get there as quick as possible.
Absolutely.
6.
That's gonna be a 10. Excuse me. Yes, we're gonna get there. Don't worry. Get your barf bags.
It's a slow trip. Your leisurely time. Obviously, the candy cane hyperdrives are malfunctioning at the moment. I'm sure you'll fix it at some point. But are there any questions or concerns the four of you have as you journey to Mars?
I am not as familiar with Mars as a planet. It is a bit of a gap in my fun factoid membrane, and I'd like to ponder upon that and to see if I know anything further.
That makes perfect sense. Why don't you go ahead and just give me an intelligence roll? Perhaps you can check the databases to see what you know.
Well, the databases seem to be malfunctioning in against my favor. I rolled a natural 1.
We got a lot of problems. Don't worry.
Off to a good start, guys. Off to a good start.
Perhaps I, Katie, will help you with all of the knowledge on this planet.
Yes, please.
I'm putting out fires as I go.
That's an 18. Yep.
There we go. Well, obviously, since you are the knowledge drone, you know that, there's been Martian colonies for some time, but the town of Christmas is so named because it is the northernmost colony on Mars, not too far from the Borealis Basin, or as you, of course, would know, Katie, is the...
No.
Or
Netherlands.
North Pole of Mars.
Yes. The North Pole.
Yes, exactly.
As I
100%.
understand it, that the southmost was actually named after the famous artist known as Kanye.
Oh, we don't.
Kanye.
They renamed it. They renamed it to Bradbury. All right. I'm gonna.
But I'm not going to Kanye, right? I'm going to the North Pole.
No. Kanye was outlawed during the Great Hanukkah Revolution.
That is correct, actually.
No, well, we're going to Christmas. Make sure you don't make any wrong turns along the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my glasses. All right, I'm gonna really rear them in.
So luckily, the red planet has come into view. Big view screen. None of you are really sure what to expect. There were a lot of promises when colonies were started on Mars. A lot of people, boom. Big, tall cities, beautiful space models, probably smoking space cigarettes. Everyone was going to have bubble homes that were somehow hot and cold at the same time. They had even built super suits to get Santa to Mars. But perhaps that's not what you're going to find. Could I get all of you to give me a perception roll? See what you can possibly see or detect from the spaceship, which is known as the USF. Grizz, what's the name of our spaceship again? The USF.
Oh, beans.
Beans. The USF
Polaris.
The Polaris. Yes. Not to be confused with Solaris or No Harris. That doesn't work. All right.
I helped 12 on my
Oh no, it's really red.
The
planet.
The reddest planet.
Now, Grizz, you're not a science officer or a meteorologist, but you're pretty sure of one thing. As you approach the red planet, it almost looks as if you're looking through a screen of static, as if you were watching an old VHS, whatever that may stand for, and you realize that it seems to be snowing in space.
Oh, that's so cool.
My goodness.
Wow.
Y'all see that? I thought we
Yeah.
only got that back in the US of A.
I
How
don't
do
know.
our
Kind of nice.
you as spatial technical astronautical rangers, you guys seem rather chill with this.
Only because I have frozen in my own place. I would like to perceive some of this and wonder where in an atmosphere with no atmosphere this is coming from.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter. I have the coordinates. I can get there.
Luckily, this spaceship is all-wheel drive, as I understand it.
Noel, since you have the coordinates, I'm going to need you to go ahead and give me a navigation roll as you head into this outer space snowstorm. Katie, how did you
That's
do?
going to be a 17.
Ooh, well done. And Katie, how did you do for gathering information?
I got a 14.
Oh, as you guys head into the strange snowstorm, everything goes haywire. The radio is playing Christmas songs. Do they know birds? Peace on bird. Things are popping around and going haywire. There's lots of weird buzzing. Oh my God. If there were any worse pilot, you most likely would have crash landed. But luckily, you have the greatest pilot in all the galaxies. Noel, no last name needed. You bring... It's like Madonna. You bring the USS, the Polaris through the snowstorm, Christmas lights still shining, and you land her on a nice patch of red dirt covered in snow. So it's like snow and red. You guys have landed on Mars. I'm going to keep doing that.
Heck of a job, Noel. You even need a reindeer with a red nose to get down here.
Or even any of the barf bags. Perfect. We got plenty for the rest of the trip.
I do not have a body, but if I did, it would have been rattling.
Ooh.
Nah, you were
A
fine.
robotic come on.
Sorry, my sensual senses are up.
They're
I was
just a little
studying human
rattled.
behavior.
It's okay. They're just a little rattled.
Now that you have landed, all the view screens have shut off. Everything is sort of shut down. Whatever the snow was, it definitely seemed to mess with all the electronics, driving everything a little haywire. So how will you all proceed now that you are on the red planet?
I believe that we should possibly get out and observe the area by sight to see if we can find any notable pieces of note.
And luckily, as we learned in the year 1963, Mars has the same type of atmosphere as Earth, despite the fact that no vegetation grows on the red planet.
Yes, that is correct. An odd fact, but less of a known one you should know about the vegetation of Mars and the fact that it is completely non-existent.
Which is interesting. Why would there be snow on a planet without any crop or seeming water?
Ooh,
Sounds like a Christmas miracle to me.
But as you open the doors, snow falls on the red ground around you. And as you step out of the ship, your shoes and boots and holographic feet leave blood red footprints in the snow.
It is as if the ground is crying at us.
Ooh, crying blood.
Ooh.
I like it.
I still do not have a body, but if I did, it would shiver. Again, trying not to be seductive.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll just drag my arms across it. It'll be like you got feet.
Let's all stick together. We don't know what's going on down here exactly.
As you guys come out, you can see that off in the distance to the east, there appears to be a small town, which of course would probably be the town of Christmas, as you now know. And to the left, you can just make out what appear to be a bunch of work huts and heavy machinery, most likely where they actually do the mining at this mining colony. The question I have is, where would you proceed from here?
What are y'all thinking? Talk to the working folk first, or should we just head on into town?
Oh, we can ask to see who's in charge, I guess.
I believe we should speak to the town folk at the mines to see if they know anything as to where we should go.
All right.
So there we go. I feel as if the consensus is to head toward the mining colony. So you guys head over the red dunes of Mars, heading towards the mining facility, which, as you crest the hill, is truly like Wayland Yutani glorious, deep in this crater below you. Could I get you all to give me another perception roll, though?
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh, let's go.
+4.
Nice.
Got like a 16.
Lucky 13 over here.
All right. All of you have done well enough to realize as you approach this mining colony that though you see lots of machinery, none of it is running, nor do you see any vehicles or people walking around. It almost looks as if it's abandoned.
I can tell you that this mine has been out of order for exactly.
And suddenly you pass a sign that says there has been no accidents in blank days.
Well, that's probably when they left.
Likely when they left. 200 days ago.
I appreciate their accuracy to signage on this planet. I shall ensure their accuracy by scanning for life forms using psychic powers.
Oh, please demonstrate for us how your psychic powers, like how they manifest.
We shall go. Let's see what we got here.
Excellent.
Oh, that's some psychic power over there.
As you peer around, I will, of course, need you to focus your psychic talents. Please give me a wisdom roll to see if you can hone in on anything.
That is a natural 14. That is a 19.
Excellent. So you sense life forms within the mines, yet you have trouble reading their own minds. You're having trouble reading the minds in the minds. The minds in the minds. The Britain, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mine did the ziz.
I fear we have volunteers afoot.
Are they volunteers?
Well, they're definitely not getting paid for these ones anymore.
Oh, I mean, better talk to them, I guess.
And that being said, aside from the mines, you are detecting no other life forms in the facility. I guess they're all just working. So are you guys heading into the deep, dark caverns burrowed deep into the Martian earth?
Oh, we gotta talk to somebody.
There we go.
But there are no life forms. How do we know that they are in there?
Yeah, we could always double back to head into town, but I mean it is dang odd that ain't nobody around here. Unless you thinking they celebrate here like we do? Is it a holiday?
Only one way to find out.
How does that work with time zones?
If I was back on the ship, I might be able to tell you.
It may be early for them. They may be on Central Time. Maybe we have a few hours.
I'd like to learn the exact number of days and hours.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll for that?
Please,
Nat
count
20.
us.
I got a nat 20 again.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It is
Beforehand.
Eastern Martian time, which obviously everyone understands, so I don't need to elaborate anymore.
Naturally.
Right.
Yeah, Eastern Martian time.
Classic Martian
No
time.
big deal. You know.
So yes, they do have the day off.
You're earning those Christmas bonus cookies, aren't you?
So are we
Yeah.
heading into the mines to investigate or doubling back to the town? Or dare I say, will we be splitting the party?
Oh,
Captain, what are your orders?
You guys. Noelle, I believe you might be the captain as the person in charge of the ship.
Aren't there some, I don't know, some life forms or something? Where
Some-
are they?
We need somebody that is inhuman without bias to lead us.
So you?
Oh, well, I will investigate the path
Oh.
forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go along.
Maybe.
Just tell me where to go and I'll go there.
All right. I've heard the path forward, and the path forward in front of you leads into the mines. You guys head into the dark mines. There is not a shred of light. I mean, Katie, I know how you're seeing, being as you are a holographic robot. You're probably doing some crazy cool scanning thing. It's like neek, 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 neek. Everyone else, though, it's pitch black. I don't know how everyone else is seeing.
Grizz, before he goes in, pulls his rifle off his back and clicks on the flashlight, letting some light, but in those dark cavernous mines, who knows how much it gets illuminated.
All right.
I will turn on my holographic walking being to give a little light.
I like to imagine that the walking being is just like a little unsettling, like it's always an inch off the ground, or its legs. Its legs.
A little
pass
uncanny
through solid
valley.
objects. Yeah.
It's a little Polar Express eyes. Speaking of which, if you donate $100 or more, you can get yourself a Polar Express giant mug if you would like. That's my promise. I'll pull it over in a second. But yes.
Nice. A giant Polar Express mug. I would donate right now if I wasn't, in control of all this.
An artist.
Yeah. Can I get another perception roll from my end? Well, okay. Only a perception roll from Katie and Grizz, because the rest of y'all are blind.
Oh, perfect.
Because of that, I'm just gonna roll one more time.
14.
That would be a 10.
Okay. The two of you notice as you walk through these mines, although you have not seen any people, you see something growing in the top of the cavern. Mistletoe.
Well, I do believe that was intended for people to kiss under. So who would like to make out with my hologram? Again, trying not to be seductive.
I mean, it is a custom, and you know.
All right, so you would like to step up to my holographic image and give me a smooch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Look, look. This is a kid's show, so I'm gonna give you guys some privacy. Let's just.
I hover just above his head and then say, "Would you like me to go lower?"
Yeah, with these robot legs, I can only get up on. I can't really get up my tippy toes no more.
Fair enough. Hologram leans in. Uncanny Valley.
I assume it just kind of melds together a little bit.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's Uncanny Valley, I like to think that when anything passes through the hologram, there's like a sparkle of starlight. So there's just like a little bit of Christmas magic.
Ooh. I felt for a moment I tasted something minty.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Captain.
Oh, excuse me.
I thought we were in darkness.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to lead with my tongue.
Obviously.
I couldn't see nothing.
You know, I
There's
was
mistletoe.
expecting something between you two, but
Really?
Honestly, I'm glad it's finally out in the open.
Thank you. It's been really hard.
The tension was palpable.
I knew the whole time. I just needed her to know.
I mean, when you've got that many arms, right?
Yeah, I can reach all the really nice. Anyways,
Quick reminder there. And I mean, no hair anyway.
Smooth.
It's all right. I don't got hair anyways. I don't need it.
If it makes you feel better, I don't either.
Ooh, we're just some hairless. Anyways.
So there's all this strange mistletoe growing, but that is all you find in these mines before you very quickly reach a dead end.
It appears there are still no life forms except for this mistletoe.
Man, I can't even go forward.
Yeah, it's very strange because the telepath definitely read life forms down here, but all that's here is this mistletoe.
Noelle touches the wall.
And as you reach out and touch the wall, your finger touches the wall.
Oh man. It's just so strange that
No,
this wall is here.
It was good. It was a good instinct, you know? I've definitely played games. You never know when something strange is going on.
Well, we've tried the kissing under the mistletoe.
Yeah, obviously making out isn't solving anything this time, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it again at a later point.
Huh. Well,
I suppose we should head back.
This is the worst mine of all time.
Yeah.
No wonder they closed down.
They definitely weren't going anywhere.
I mean, this is a town called Christmas. Maybe this is what they mine. Where do you guys think that mistletoe comes from?
Trees?
They mine our feelings.
Oh.
Martian mistletoe was very
of
popular.
emotions.
Gross.
All right. As you head out of the mine, do you want to check any of the abandoned mining buildings, or do you simply want to head back to the town?
Definitely check out some of the buildings. See if there's some clues to where people might be.
Excellent. There's definitely one building bigger than all the others, which means it must be some sort of base. Like, it's that big, like, yellow, domey, onion-looking one. That's obviously some sort of hub. So you guys head in that direction. If you are, of course, looking for any signs of anything, could I get perhaps an investigation roll?
You got it.
That's a natural one.
I just got a natural one too.
I got it. Noelle got a natural 20.
Hey!
I'm looking.
I mean, +4, I guess it's a 5. I don't know.
Well, obviously, Grizz and Katie are distracted by the sexual tension now brewing between Grizz and Katie's Uncanny Valley hologram.
It's the sparkles, you know. You just want to chasing them, really, at this point.
Noelle, of course, I like to imagine you're literally like climbing around off of light fixtures and checking.
I'm touching everything.
As you are wont to do.
Every wall.
And like all great sci-fi games and shows and movies before us, you find, of course, a single computer/data pad.
Fantastic. I will take out my USB port and try and download this message.
This is a really like this drone.
This is older.
I'm just saying, this drone. Why don't you give me a computer use roll?
Computer use roll. Ooh, I got a 16, so that is a 21.
Obviously, you're good with computers. Can I now get a performance roll you slide the USB into the slot?
Ooh, that was a 19. That was a 19 and so 24.
Wow. Okay. Which we bumped up to like $200. So
I saw that.
obviously this RPG is working, guys.
It was all that hot kissing.
It was yes.
Do we need to shout somebody out?
I have no idea who to shout out.
Is this yours? Is this yours? The person who just made us bump up $200? Is this yours?
I mean, that
Let me
is
know.
a pretty awesome cocoa mug.
Yes, Polar Express cocoa mug.
Yeah, I mean, if I remembered that song that Tom Hanks barked out in that film, I'd sing it right now.
Hot chocolate.
Which one?
Hot chocolate. That's right.
Hot chocolate.
Shapely mug.
Mm-hmm. Hold many things. Cocoa and coffee.
So, Katie, not only are you able to hack the data pad, but you hack the data pad so successfully that the data pad thanks you for an excellent time afterwards.
What can I say? It's a gift.
You guys then watch as a holographic image a la Princess Leia, except it's like a miner, meaning someone who mines, not like a child.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. Although ironically, this miner is a miner, but look, they have lax regulations on Mars. It's totally legal, okay?
They grow up really fast.
The children yearn for the mine.
They yearn for the Martian mine, obviously.
Also, it's good to note that they actually grow up really fast, so they have short time
dilation
ages.
Yeah.
The child
denser bones. Yes.
Look, 3 years on Mars are like 4.5 years on Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're much older.
Basically 15 at this point.
Right.
The
18,
hologram.
18.
The hologram lights up and flickers a little bit. You know, but it appears to be a message from the foreman of the Christmas mining colony, saying that they recently unearthed a new tunnel with strange hyperactive vegetation. And since, as you all know, no vegetation grows on Mars, they believed it was important enough to get every miner focusing on digging deeper into these tunnels. And that is the last log. And that log was made only a couple days ago.
Ooh.
Grizz takes a big rip from his flask. It's eggnog. And ho ho holy crud.
It appears as though there's something else afoot that is besides the mistletoe. Katie takes a big old oil can to the dome.
Now I want to know what Borbus and Noelle are drinking.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to figure it out. Can
Borbus has an affinity for his glass of holiday flavored gin.
Oh. And Noelle's just drinking water. I don't know what to tell you, you young folks. Can I break out my planetary surveyor to look at this mistletoe?
Well, you'll have to go back to the ship for that. That all that is located on the ship, but you are more than welcome to do so.
Well, I'm gonna get there first.
Well, I mean, you are the fastest. You know what? Yeah, Martian foot race. All of you, dexterity roll now.
Okay. Oh gosh. That's a 7.
17. 22.
21.
I got a
Oh,
9.
no.
Leading this race with a 5.
All right.
Gracefully.
I got a 9.
Despite Noelle's many arms and legs, as she is just zooming through the dust, I like to think Grizz is just sipping at his eggnog as his robotic legs carry him even faster than her human or non-human legs can. Meanwhile, Katie just sort of hovers like in the rear, And then way in the back, Borbus is just like, I'll get there.
I just imagine Noelle is she's just like, I gotta get shorter crew. I swear. I would have won.
Noelle, you return to the ship, and as you're the only one that can control the planetary surveyor equipment, why don't you go ahead and give me a computer use roll?
That'll be 18.
Okay. You learn that this vegetation is strange indeed. The mistletoe appears to be a sort of seed pod, but that's not too strange. You are also getting a strong signal from the town, and the planetary surveyor is telling you that it appears the entire town is in the town.
Oh.
Well, we really picked the wrong place, huh?
Apparently, they are on holiday, but just at home. Not deep in the mines where we thought the children were yearning.
On Christmas Eve.
I suggest we go into town.
Oh man, that seems actually kind of nice. All right, let's go there. We want to take one of our space vehicles? Or is that just the ship?
You can absolutely. You have a really cool like Mars rover like 4-wheel wagon.
Hell yeah.
You guys want to ride in this bad boy?
Well, I call shotgun then.
I want to use my tractor beam to hang off the back to feel the wind.
oh my god, like Tailspin.
Yes, 100% like Tailspin.
That's
Do
great.
some sweet tricks while you're back there.
Riz is man spreading in the backseat for sure.
Nobody puts on Fortunate Son.
Noelle, would you go ahead and give me another performance roll to drive this baby?
All right, we got a 23.
Yeah.
I think it's 21 actually. But yeah.
We got Dukes of Hazzard music playing. You're like jumping over like craters, Armageddon style.
I got snacks.
Yeah. You always gotta have road snacks. And it isn't long before you guys arrive at the town of Christmas. The town is made of little houses of white wood and red brick. Lots of red brick. Lots and lots of red brick. I mean, red is easy to find on Mars. In fact, even the white wood of these houses has started to take on a pinkish hue from the constant battering of the Martian sands. The town stretches on for miles. Home sweet home for the outer spaced miners. Roads of red dust weave between false lawns of astroturf, like literally just squares of astroturf put in front of these houses before arriving at white porches complete with cozy swings and windows set with blue and yellow glass. The homes are dark on this Martian Christmas Eve, though some of you can see candles and even a couple menorahs and kinaras burning in the windows. How do you approach this sleeping Martian colony?
Without stirring.
Not even a mouse.
I think we have to slow down the. I think we have our Dukes of Hazzard song going, and we pull up and try and quiet down.
We turn off that Spotify playlist for a hot minute.
I EMP it.
All right, you guys are no fun.
Music goes down, but nobody comes out of their houses. No lights come on. Nobody opens the window to yell, "Turn that down!" or opens the window to yell, "You boy, what day is it?"
I'd like to hover near the houses and look in the windows.
All right. You hover by one of the houses, peering through the windows. It is dark inside. There are a couple candles, and it is as picture perfect as it gets. The window looks in on a cozy living room. There is a fireplace currently not lit. There is a beautiful Christmas tree. And there's like little couches and stuff. And that's pretty much all you can see just peering through a window.
Doesn't appear to be that anyone's in there, but I don't think I looked into a bedroom window just yet. Because again, not trying to be creepy.
These are two-story houses. So it sort of looks like there's a first floor with a couple rooms and maybe a second floor with some bedrooms.
Okay. It is likely that they are sleeping.
I understand a tale from these people's world. I believe we are looking for a miniature Tim.
A tiny one.
Oh, I was about to say, who's Tim?
The tiny man? With a little gimp? I can do a scan.
Tim the Gimp. I believe that's his name. Tim the Gimp. Yes.
I would like to scan for life forms.
Oh, go ahead and give me another wisdom.
That's going to be a 9.
And you send your brainwaves out just as you did before. And the three of you watch as Borbus Orbis suddenly lets out a strange yelp and collapses to the ground. Just a little bit of bluish blood leaking from his nose. Borbus, as you reached out with your mind, you were assailed with a vision so strong. It was a vision of sugar plums dancing in your head.
I see the candy. I see sugar plums. I see candy dancing around us. But I do not know from where.
From my snacks?
No, but that would be nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Saying dancing?
Could you be more specific?
I mean, don't a lot of these little towns have a town square do that kind of dancing? It?
We should investigate.
You all right, Borbus? You got that blood coming out your nose.
I'm in dire pain. Thank you.
Maybe you should sit down.
I'd like to scan the entire town, and including Borbus's body, just in case.
Excellent. Give me another computer use.
Ooh, that would be 15.
It's a good roll. And as you scan the town, going house by house, you are detecting in each and every house at least 2 to 4 life forms in each of these homes. All of them upstairs, and all of them at what appears to be an unconscious metronomic level of breathing and heart rate.
It appears as though they might be in some slight comas or sleeping. But there are. But I wonder if one of their dreams has crossed into Borbus.
That's interesting.
This sounds like the. I'm gonna send out my Astro Surveyor just in case.
Sure. Go ahead and give me another computer roll.
It finds nothing. In that one.
Pretty much same information. You know, you're getting readings. There are people asleep in their beds. But throughout this town, nothing is stirring. Not even a Martian mouse.
Well, you know, I mean, Santa don't come unless everyone's sleeping, so now if this is their choice or if this is something else, that's well beyond me. But certainly deserves a little more investigation.
What are you thinking, Grizz?
I'm thinking we head deeper into town.
Okay. Heading deeper into the town, you essentially reach what should be a town square, but is sort of just an expansive patch of red. Like dirt and dust. Do you guys want to go ahead and give me another investigation roll?
Yes. Ooh, nice.
16. Hell
21.
yeah. Nice.
Also 16.
Lots of good rolls. It is a large patch of red dust shared by all the homes, like a single shared open yard. And you find a figure in the distance. They appear to be standing there with their arms spread wide, like they are awaiting a hug. They wear a hat and a strange scarf.
Well, Noel's gonna hug him.
You run up, outstretch your many arms. Huh? And
he's gonna half-heartedly say it. Oh no, don't.
Oh, no, please stop. And you envelop the Martian snowman in a strange and cold hug. The snowman is a mix of the white snow falling from the sky and the red dust. It's really weird. It's like it's got a pinkish hue, or it really looks more like a snowman with like a whole bunch of like, it almost looks like blood interlaid in the snow.
This is the worst snowman I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Perhaps it is the red dirt mixing in with this odd snow.
I hope that's what it is.
Yeah, me too.
I see. We aren't exclusive yet. Okay.
Noel slowly backs away.
You slowly back away from the snowman. Do you turn your back on the snowman?
No, not yet. No, I'm just backing up.
The other three, aside from Noel, could you three give me a perception roll?
Yes. Ooh, I got a 6.
16.
22.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
794 keeps going up.
All right.
Guys, can we reach?
Gotta give.
Can we reach 1,000 before midnight? That would make me feel so good. That being said, and hold up the cup. Hold up the cup again.
Listen, if you give 100 or more, I'm shipping you this beautiful Polar Express mug. It could fit your chin in it, or other body parts,
or fluid,
or
like cocoa, like cocoa,
like cocoa and coffee,
what you were
and
thinking.
Baileys,
A nice soup, perhaps.
Yeah,
and water,
or tea,
hot chocolate.
Yes. Yes.
Matt, tell us if we should shout anybody out.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Please.
Okay. So Borbus, as Noelle is backing away from this snowman, her body sort of stained with strange reddish snow, you notice something lying on the ground. It appears to be a sack.
I will go and pick up the sack.
You go over and you pick up a very ornate sack. It's very light, bright red, with lots of like nice patterning on it. Yes, like that, except it's a sack.
Like,
ooh.
Yes, there you are.
It is.
I like the fur. I think the fur helps. Yes. See, but the sack is pretty big. It's like almost as big as you. Embroidered on the side in white fur are the initials SC.
Ooh.
That's Scott Calvin's.
How would you know?
No, it's Santa Claus.
Are you sure
of
it's not
course.
the chaplain?
Noelle, you are, as Borbus picks up the sack and is like, guys, look what I found. You obviously look over at the sack. And then when you look back, the snowman has moved closer to you, having the distance that you made between it and you.
Orbis.
Oh,
He's live.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I would like to get out my disintegrator. Just in case.
Would you like to disintegrate the snowman, or are we waiting?
Yeah, I want to disintegrate the snowman. I want to jump to conclusions.
Let's do it. Roll to hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a 16.
Oh, good shot.
All right. There is a humming noise, and then a bright ray shines upon the snowman. And then you watch as the snow melts. But as the snow melts, all the red dirt packed into the snow kind of melts with it. So we're talking like Raiders of the Lost Ark, like
streaming down.
And you swear that as the snowman melts, you hear just the tiniest
I don't like that either.
And suddenly, boom, there is a bright light in the sky above you, shining down so bright that you can see nothing but the lights. And you feel a tingling all over your body and or components. How do the four of you act?
I roll on the ground.
Look into the light.
Grizz gets real twitchy and starts kind of like circling, trying to see if he can see anything other than this light.
You see, there appears to be a figure at the back door of one of the houses trying to beckon you inside. Just a single sort of Christmassy Stepford wife trying to urge you to come inside. But the problem is, all four of you are feeling a pull from the bright light. And as a matter of fact, you're starting to feel your feet leave the ground as this advanced tractor beam starts to pull you into the air.
Nope.
I resist the light.
Say something, sweet little girl with creepy face.
Have a holly jolly Marthmas. It's the best time of the year.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Help! Help! I reach. Help!
I resist the light and I fight it.
If you are fighting it, Borbus, I would like to remind you are a very advanced telekinetic.
I would like to use possibly a telekinesis to fight the bright light.
For all
Can I get you to give me a wisdom roll?
Yes.
And everyone else, can you give me a strength roll?
Yes.
Jesus
Christ. Jeez.
Oh, what did you get, Borbus?
Natural one.
Oh, no.
23 for Grizz.
Oh, I got a 15 for Noelle.
I got a 6 for Katie.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
Is she close enough for me to reach her?
If you give me a good acrobatics roll.
Okay. 18.
You are able to reach out and grab the drone. Borbus, so Grizz, I like to think that you muscled your way over to a porch with this, very unsettling Christmas Stepford wife, and you've grabbed onto a pole, and I mean, Noelle
with my robot hand.
Obviously, yes. And then Noelle, with your many arms and legs, you're grabbing whatever you can, and one arm reaches out and grabs Katie. But Borbus, you are floating in the air, being abducted by this bright light. Can't anybody do anything?
Grizz starts shooting at the up towards the light.
What are you? Go ahead, Katie. What are you saying?
I would like to use my EMP.
Oh, okay. Can I get both of you to attack with whatever weapons you're attacking with?
Okay, I do have
try.
an EMP. Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
That's a
money
13 with a 60 damage.
Grizz, what were you attacking with?
I was I was using the rifle, so I hit it for 14 damage.
Okay,
whatever it might be.
You whip out your pulse rifle and you cuckoo, and there are these huge grenades exploding, and the light kind of flickers a little bit, but it's just not handling it well. However, luckily, we have a robot here who is just dying to get some violence in. And your 13 is more than enough. There is a humongous explosion in all directions as the EMP goes off. And I mean, there's like LED candles go from on to off. The strange blonde woman's hair gets all staticky and frizzy. Borbus, you immediately drop back to the ground as the tractor beam has now turned off. But you guys also watch as Katie's drone drops to the ground, barely functioning now that she has set off her, EMP. But more so, you guys now watch. The light has gone off, and hovering in the sky is a very 1960s stereotypical UFO, and that UFO is now careening towards Earth. Can I get all of you to give me a dexterity roll?
Even me?
Not you. Someone needs to carry you.
13.
5.
Oh no, Borbus.
Oh, no.
Classic Borbus.
What about you, Grizz?
I got a 12.
All right. You guys run. It's like that cool.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
EMP affected him.
That was the EMP.
Oh,
Mary Claus, I think you're muted.
That was kind of a perfectly cut scream, but like perfectly cut action.
Let's take a moment. We are 8:15.
8:15, you guys. 8:15. That means that
Good
there is
job.
still time to get us
We had
to
a
1,000.
chat.
And it's also a really great stopping point to be able to talk about, donating to geekscapegives.com, which is for the Boys and Girls Club of New Jersey, I believe.
Northern and
Still in
Coastal.
northern New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's a great organization.
And we actually had a question in chat. Is this pre-recorded?
No.
So,
No.
alias unknown, just so you know, yes.
I can assure you, yes.
I'm pretty sure this means everything's totally okay, and you guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
That's
Yep.
what
I
it means. It has
EMP'd a
to.
little too hard.
It's in no
For
way
everyone
ominous.
else, it is live, but for alias, it is recorded.
Oh. Well, sorry for detonating the bomb.
I know you
That was perfect.
right? You put a total stop in the stream. This is so much fun. I'm having such a good time.
I mean, it did technically work.
It really did.
It worked really well.
Across the country. It didn't just go from Mars.
Oh, that was perfect.
Absolutely great.
That was such a D&D fumble. Yes, it was so massive, and then oh no, okay.
So I want to make sure I understand, because maybe I clocked out for a second. Borbus he experienced life forms in the mines, right? And we just couldn't find that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We'll have a metagaming moment here.
Well, I know, and I think because I scanned and I didn't pick up anything, but you psychically picked up somebody.
But we couldn't find it.
Was it Santa and he was just somewhere else?
Maybe it's the children's spirits that were dancing with sugar plums in their head.
Maybe it was the
Sorry,
mistletoe.
I'm dead in the water right now. I shouldn't be talking.
Right.
Wait, are you okay?
No, I've dropped.
Oh.
The EMP went off, and so did I.
Oh, we gotta get you to the ship.
Or something. I don't know. I guess I need a little jump start.
Maybe we could do something.
pick you up.
Do y'all need a charger? I have some extra chargers.
Ooh, perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That.
Plug me in.
The USB-C or one of them proprietary types?
USB.
What if we
even
only
to
had
the
lightning
C yet.
bolt?
Oh, no.
Only lightning. Sorry.
Oh,
Auxiliary?
you just got an aux cord.
Bring down my giant box of random chords. Start going through them.
It's just HDMI's with just like one head and not the other.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, you don't have like the what was like the connectors, man.
The three prong. You're talking about the
Yeah.
three prong for the audio, the video, and the
Yeah, with the
potential
different
extra visual?
colors. Yeah, the red, yellow, and white.
Red,
Yeah.
yellow.
But
Yep.
like maybe it's like our audio things here, which is like it's like a 1/4 inch, but it can turn into like an aux cord.
Yeah,
Take
got
it
a little
out.
adapter.
Nice.
Can't do it, but it's like we got some crazy stuff here.
Oh, you guys really
Can't
do.
see it. We're too far
Real
away.
professional stuff.
I mean, what podcast do you guys have in
Us
order to
can
have
hear
such
anything.
amazing equipment?
A few actually. Maximum Mediocrity. Got Anime is Trash. We're gonna be starting a D&D one actually.
Yeah, we're working on a D&D podcast with Matt Kelly that is still in production, so we can do that.
Awesome.
Probably have you guys on. Most likely.
I think Merry Christmas for sure. Yes.
If you can't tell by the sweatshirt, I'm one of the hosts of the Monster Alley podcast, where season 1 was all the classic Universal movies, and now we are making our way through all the other great monster movies out there. So, quite the back catalog to cover.
You guys, do you like Mothman? I really like Mothman. Is that a monster movie?
You know, Mothman Prophecies, but it's not like. I like the Mothman as a character. The statue's got a great set of buns on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are
weirdly sculpted butt.
Those things are definitely clapping.
Yeah,
So
those
soft.
cheeks be clapping.
I just want to touch them.
You got all those hands.
Have
All
you
those
seen?
butts
Have
you
you
can
guys
touch.
covered The Blob yet? I just watched that for the first time.
You've never seen that before?
I had never seen The Blob before. It's so fun.
It's so fun.
It's like I'm not a horror fan, so watching The Blob was
The
just
Blob
so
is
ridiculous.
perfect for you then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll say this: this is an exclusive that the only other person who knows that. Well, there are 2 other people who know this. One of them is my co-host. The other is our guest, who we will not be saying yet. Blob coming this summer.
Ooh.
Blob coming.
Okay.
We be blobbing.
We will be blobbing.
We're gonna be blobbing.
We're blobbing. We're blobbing now.
Us, man.
We
may be blobbing.
We're gonna be blobbing everywhere. Not just here. All over town.
I feel like
We
we
have
should sing Gummy Bears version of The Blob. Blobbing here, blobbing there, and everywhere. And now, okay.
That'll be the
That's
theme
stuck in
song.
my head for the rest of the night, by the way.
I'm so sorry.
Nothing
give you
but the Gummy Bears theme the entire night.
time.
But it is kind of like it's covered, so like it's different enough to where that could just be like the theme song to the episode. I don't know.
Blobbing there, blobbing everywhere. Blah, 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 blah.
Getting reincarnated as a blob.
I do
Steven
like
knows
the
we're
image
RCA
that we're
cable.
charging KD, by the way, using RCA cables. Now, that is not canon, by the way. Thank you for that idea. You are getting totally charged with those.
The optics are wild on that one.
This is alien style sci-fi. It's green screen, nothing but DOS prompt. That's what we're working with in this one.
Hey, if it saves Christmas, we'll do it.
100%.
Especially.
I
can
forgot
only
we were
assume-
live for a hot minute. I know we're just kind of filling for it.
I like to believe that the background of us driving into the town, clearly there was a video screen playing in the background, like in the old movies where it's like, oh, that motion doesn't really fit with how they're driving, but okay.
Oh my god, I love it. I just have
Oh, yeah,
like because I have like 2 screens like in the image, so it's just playing on both sides like we're moving, but we're really not moving like that.
That's what I love. When the car is moving one way and everyone else, the actors are all
Opposite.
moving the other.
Right, they're always just like staying straight.
Or there's just one person who's really.
You can tell who was hungover on set that day by who was really committing to the like movement of the Jeep.
Have you ever seen those like Star Trek like clips where like they're being like attacked, but like the set isn't moving, but they're all just going like.
Yes, it is my favorite, and I hope for nothing else but to do all of that stupid stuff. Just, I mean, you guys saw me earlier.
Oh yeah, we're doing it live right now,
guys. This is live. This is what happens when you're live. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you text a couple people and you wonder what's going on. But we'll find out.
Sometimes your cat is just watching you be live, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing?"
That's happening right now, by the way. The cat is sitting off camera, which is, by the way, a miracle. The whole time I was like, the cat's going to come in, immediately go, no, you don't deserve this spotlight. I'm going to sit right in front of your camera and take all of it. And so far, she is completely asleep, and I've just cursed myself. So when it inevitably goes awry, this is why.
Oh, our cat is, you can see her feet.
I mean, the beans are the best part of the cat.
They really are. They really are.
She knows it.
What's the best bean?
Ooh,
That's
a good question.
Oh
Jelly.
my god, controversial hot takes all over the place.
We're dishing out controversy for Halloween. For Christmas.
We're getting introspective. I don't know about
the best bean.
I mean, depends. What's the quality that we're looking for? Best tasting bean, best, effect.
Dealer's choice.
Was it Bean Bunny from the Muppets?
Oh,
okay,
good.
Mr. Bean in this category.
Mr. Bean.
I guess either way, a good quality is the most enjoyed bean.
Probably a jelly bean.
That's what I'm saying. Jelly bean's a good choice.
Cats are divas, but a cat bean is very enjoyable, but also a coffee bean is very enjoyable.
Ooh, coffee bean is good.
So I honestly hold them on the
my
same
daily
level.
function.
Yeah.
Like my cat is right here, so I feel like I have to say her beans, but in reality, we all know it's definitely the coffee.
Oh no, the game's back on.
God's back.
Beans.
Sorry, real quick, back into character.
Beans. I don't know.
Beans were invented on Jupiter, actually.
KD is being charged with RCA cables.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, in what has to be one of the weirdest things that ever happened in my life, Katie, as your EMP went off in game, the power in my house shut off for just like a minute.
Oh
no!
My die does not lie.
I told you about method acting before.
I'm so sorry.
If you EMP in the game, you EMP in real life.
No,
It's a real Sword Art Online thing.
Oh yes.
Katie watches the show.
Yeah.
So obviously, I need to be nicer to the players. Obviously, you guys are not to be trifled. So all of you make it to this porch where this lovely lady greets you, and you have just made it out of the grasp of this alien tractor beam, and you watch as this Martian spaceship has just landed in the red dust behind this house, and is now just like sitting there. So I guess, I don't know, what thread are you guys going to pull at?
Well, I've not learned my lesson about hugging, but I will be hugging behind Borbus. I'm very scared.
I will be slowly approaching our robot companion and our robot crewmate, trying to get them back online to assist with the mission.
All right. Do you want to give me a computer use roll to?
I would. Also, I think maybe your mic has changed. Is your audio quality a little different now?
It's a little tinny, yeah.
May have switched.
The EMP probably knocked out audio communications.
Man, that thing's
bad.
powerful.
Sounds right.
I fear
Gotta
I
watch-
used that for the wrong time.
Gotta watch out with that thing.
I think it's a perfect time.
Is that better?
Cool.
Oh,
Yes.
way better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. yeah.
And I'm sorry, what am I rolling for?
Computer use to see if you
It's
can
gonna be a
jumpstart
dirty,
Katie
nasty,
back to
slutty
life.
20.
I like it. You get over there, you're poking around inside, and then I like you. Oh, right, I'm a telepath. You just like, I don't know, hotwire it with your brain or something.
Mhm.
It all works in sci-fi. Whatever we can MacGuffin. And Katie, you sort of hobble back into the air. Blah 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 blah. Your hologram is like flickering and changing between like the Uncanny Valley person and like Clippy and maybe like just a weird like polygon at times. But
All right.
May have overreacted there.
I smack her little like hover thing to see if that like gets her back on track.
Like smacking the back of a fatback TV.
Yeah, like smacking a printer.
you know what? Let's see if luck is on your side. Oh my god, I can't even find my dice now.
I'm sorry.
Everything went off, and I just started running around like a madman.
You poor thing.
You smack her, and the smack does more harm than good, and now she's like wobbling sideways.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Violence and technology don't make good bedfellows.
Turning to the stranger whose porch we're on. Thank you very much, ma'am. At least somebody's awake around here.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Well, you still can.
That's not ominous at all. Why would you say a thing like that?
I've been dreaming of a white Christmas, but I see only endless red dust.
Hey guys, why don't we go and see about that ship? Because I'm getting real creeped out right now.
I'll be honest with you, the aliens are less terrifying at the moment.
Can I medically scan her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a computer use roll to see if you can find anything?
That would be 19.
Oh, good roll. You are scanning her. Biologically, she seems all right. Blood circulating. No, nothing weird. Nothing's coming off on. Ooh, hang on a second. That's strange. There's some weird. There's some weird readings you're getting from inside her skull. There appear to be on your screen what looks like sugar plums within her brain.
Oh my gosh, you guys. She's literally thinking about sugar plums. There's not much else here but having a Merry Christmas and perhaps some kind of a timer counting down.
That's very jolly and very scary. Borbus?
Are these people, are they possessed by the sugar plums? Are they under some form of mind control, I believe? We must find the source of this.
You think you can figure out something about her brain parts, Borbus?
I shall investigate further.
Are you going to try to read her mind?
Yes.
Okay. You get as close as you can. Maybe you reach out. Would you like touch her temples or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I am the lady right now.
As Borbus touches my temple, I'm going to look him in the eyes and go, the average cloud weighs 1.1 million pounds.
Dear God, she's reading my mind.
And then I'm going to turn to the rest and go, the first Christmas tree was not a traditional tree, but was made of dyed goose feathers and originated in Germany.
Borbus, you find
my Tannenbaum.
you find Borbus as these fun facts fly through your head. They escape her mouth before you yourself can say them like you usually like to.
Why, Mr. Orbis, those are some creative ideas for all of Noelle's arms.
What ideas about my arms?
It seems as though she's using your psychic brain against you,
Hey, Borbus,
Borbus.
you might want to back up, buddy.
I release her temples out of fear and slight admiration.
I mean,
We're gonna have to
maybe
talk about
that's
this later,
done it.
Orbis.
What do you guys?
Swivel
Okay.
and look at Grizz McLean. My whole voice is going to change a little bit as I stare at you. New Year's Day, 2006. Just another day staying alive. There's been a lot of movement near the Christmas border. Krampus regiments moving across. A lot of little white elephants and secret Santas. We drop a load of ornaments and then we're dashing through the snow like a one-horse open sleigh. Shut up and be jolly. Shut up and be jolly. I miss you. Tell Mom I miss her too.
You shut up.
Grizz.
Shut up.
You shut up right now.
Grizz, she's reading your mind too.
I think we gotta leave.
Yeah, I think we gotta leave too. I'd rather go deal with that shit.
Like,
He is
I didn't know there was an
wrecked
artery
right now.
there. Fascinating.
Oh no.
Is she still reading your mind or is she finding your arteries?
I think she may have. Did she jump to you, Katie?
Katie, you remind me of my spice rack. Perfectly organized, but surprisingly dangerous.
She's reading my mind.
Oh,
Quick,
no.
before she knows what spices are in the drawer.
Hey, lady, stop, please. I hate something bad to happen.
Oh, is that a threat, Grizz?
It is a plea.
I think Merry Christmas is gonna feel a little threatened. And kind of almost before you guys realize it, she's gonna pull her candy cane out of her mouth. You're gonna realize it's incredibly sharp.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pop open my little sections where mini missiles come out just as a defense move.
Flashing your missiles already. All right.
I support it.
Looking at the candy cane, Mary definitely feels like this is an escalation in
No kidding. She worked on that for so long to get it that sharp.
Sorry, I just feel like when somebody presents something that is kill worthy, I have to make the first move. We're gonna slowly back away from you now.
Hover away.
You have a very Merry Christmas, lady, and stop being so creepy, please.
Noelle opens the door as she's still staring at the lady.
As they move slowly out of the door, the last thing they're gonna hear is Merry Christmas going, by the way, Noelle, it actually got bunched up in the wardrobe synthesizer, top drawer, way in the bag. You know, that 9th glove you lost.
Oh, thank you. Closes door.
You guys close the door, separating yourself from Merry Christmas for the moment. But now you are standing outside of this house, and you can still see her in the window watching you. Perhaps some of you, Borbus, for instance, can feel her watching you. There's also the matter of a crashed spaceship immediately behind you.
We're going to go to the ship.
To the
I gotta. Let's go to the ship. It's got to be safer than that, lady.
Absolutely. I will scan from here.
I have never felt anything more alien than that Martian.
And I'm an alien.
All right. Well, see, that's
With
the
a lot of
strange
feeling.
thing. That's the strange thing, Katie. Your life signs were reading all human. I mean, except for the sugar plums in her head.
It's very odd. I get this sense that at one point she was human, but it's almost as if a sickness took over her brain and can only communicate in images. And candy canes and plums and very Christmassy type things.
I wonder if it has something to do with the spaceship.
Let me scan it.
Maybe they're the ones helping us.
You are scanning the spaceship, you said, Katie?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a computer use roll. So much computer use. The future
I
is
know.
amazing, isn't it?
That would be 16.
Okay. The technology within the ship is far more advanced than anything you've experienced. Almost advanced as the technology you're reading from that sack that Borbus is still holding.
Santa Claus?
More
Perhaps-
so, you're also starting to read life signs within the ship. A few weak, but one of them stronger than all the others.
Tell where? Okay. I mean, Noelle's gonna try to find where the controls are to try to figure out this thing.
All right,
To
so
flying.
you guys approach the ship. It crashed, and there's a big crack in the side. So getting inside is not hard. It's a lot of dark, flickering lights. Think aliens. A lot of grates and stuff. Noelle, can you give me a perception roll to see if you can find the cockpit?
Grizz is going to take out his put the flamethrower attachment on his rifle.
Nice.
Noelle has an 11.
Noelle, you are easily able to find the cockpit, and what you find waiting for you are dead Martians.
Oh.
It looks like they were flying the ship, but obviously when it crashed, they were all messed up pretty badly. They don't look like they're any threat, but these were the weak life signs you must have detected, Katie. However, there was a stronger life sign coming from deeper within the ship.
Did I do that? Sorry. Just felt like easing the tension a little. There is one more, hopefully still alive, but there is another life signal deeper in the ship. I suggest we go to it in case, I don't know, maybe I could revive it.
We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
Noelle also wants to see if, since maybe something crashed into it and the life form's a little different, can I see if parts of the ship, some of the stuff in the ship is not from the ship? You know what I'm saying?
Is there stuff in the ship that isn't from the ship, you mean?
Yeah, like the same technology or something.
Oh, I think I get what you're saying. Why don't you give me another investigation roll? And Katie, I'm assuming you were heading to the other life sign.
Yes.
And
Grizz is going to go with her.
Okay. Borbus, are you staying with Noelle then?
I would like to open the sack.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little close up on you for a moment.
Fuck.
So Noelle, you are looking around. Most of the technology you're finding is pretty compatible with this ship, although there are a couple things that are standing out. There is a snow globe and a reindeer bobblehead and a couple odd Christmas lights plugged into components. But Borbus, you could care less, because as you open this fur-lined sack and peer inside, you stare into the untempered schism that is Santa's black hole. You see not only a fourth dimension, but every possible dimension, every possibility that ever could be. You see baseball bats, and you see rocking horses, and lots of copies of Die Hard that people wanted for Christmas, and beer steins, and a really nice Polar Express mug. And it's not long. I'm gonna need. You're gonna have to close it. It hurts your eyes. It's forever in there.
You all right?
I saw creation
Uh,
from everywhere, from everything,
I think you need to sit down.
at reasonable prices.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna let you guys brew on that for a moment. As we follow Grizz and Katie, you go down a long corridor till finally you get to a door that is locked. The only door that didn't open for you. What do you do as you reach this door?
I'm gonna try and hack it.
All right, go ahead and give me that sweet, sweet computer use roll.
Yeah. That's a 19.
Oh my god, you are. I really like to think that you hacking everything is just like a form of flirting. Like you've been here long, you know. Like I'd really appreciate it if you could let me inside.
How about I take my USB cord and just stroke it along the outer area of your port?
And sure enough, the door opens with a very satisfactory. And as the door opens, you enter a dark, dim room with lots of platforms, some on the walls and some on the ground, tables floating in the air. The first thing you notice is that one of these tables appears to hold half of a reindeer, and another table holds another half. And looking around, you soon realize you are surrounded by 8 bisected reindeer bodies, each one just a little bit different from the other. And far off in the distance, sitting on one table, is just a single red nose, dully glowing.
Those monsters.
But there is a final table that is hidden from you within the wall. You'll have to pull the lever to release it.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Max.
And as you do so, the table shifts around and you hear a tired groaning, and strapped to the table, scraggly hair, eyes covered in grease and grime, his body having been probed over and over again for scientific reasons, none other than Santa Claus.
Nutcracker, sweet Jesus, you gotta get me out of here. You spent so long studying the chimney, you forget to study the chain. I'm stuck. Get me out of here.
Santa, you certainly look better. And Grizz starts, taking the straps off of him.
Okay, now we're going to need to be careful
You
here.
act pretty good yourself. The upper half. I'm just glad to not see a Martian, man.
I like to scan Santa. Scary Santa.
I just want to note his arms and legs are strapped with strange mechanical arms, and there's a whole bunch of the droids from Star Wars with all the different little electronic things. There's that going on, so you're going to want to be careful. You don't want to set anything off. Katie, why don't you give me a computer use roll to scan Santa, and Grizz, why don't you give me a computer use roll to see if you can unlock Santa?
I can attempt a
18.
computer use roll. That's an 11.
Okay, so Katie, with your 18, you are scanning Santa. Oh my God, what you are learning about this immortal man. He appears to have more than one heart, at least 3 stomachs, like a cow. His intake of sugar and dairy is off the charts, but yet somehow his his heart is beating strong, but also he's been through a lot of pain, and he goes through a lot more as unfortunately Grizz sets off the machine, and suddenly sparked probes like cattle prods begin zapping Santa Claus, and all. I'm really having
I
trouble
swear to God,
narrating
if
without
you do
laughing.
that again, you're going on the naughty list. I just need out,
I
man. I
don't
just
know.
need out.
Don't say that. It was an
Chris,
accident.
Chris, don't! You're torturing him. Let me try and shut off these prods.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Go ahead, Katie. Give me another computer use roll.
Ooh, that's a 17 straight up. But yeah.
And suddenly everything unlocks, and Santa is dumped to the ground like a sack of gifts thrown under a tree.
Santa, are you all right?
I would say no.
No,
Clearly.
I've delivered so many gifts through my time. The amount of Martian fan fiction I've delivered probing is nothing like you think it is.
Oh.
And I'm forever changed. Thank you for finally freeing me.
Santa, I'm so sorry. What happened to you? Is it
I
just from
don't
all the
know.
delivering?
The Martians, man, it's the Martians. Is it not obvious? It's not a safe place to be. I wouldn't be up here if there weren't people who needed presents. Everybody
really
needs
sorry for
presents all the
EMPing your
time.
ship.
Noelle, as you are in the cockpit going through some of the Martian logs, you're able to start piecing some things together. So it appears that this Martian ship was dormant deep beneath the Martian Earth, and only recently has been rebooted.
Oh.
You're also finding strange schematics. It appears as if they're attempting to build some sort of sleigh.
Oh, a sleigh for me?
And suddenly it seems like with less than a half an hour to go, all the pieces are starting to fall into place. Obviously,
The Martians.
the Martian miners delved too deeply into the earth and woke up this sleeping UFO.
Oh my gosh, just like the dwarves.
Yeah, of course. Which then, I mean, couldn't have been at a better time, as that's when Santa arrived.
It could have been at a
suddenly,
way better time. I could have been gone.
after abducting Santa and probing him body and mind, they discovered a way to perfectly invade Earth. Earth would fight against UFOs, but sleighs landing on houses, full sacks of perhaps strange mistletoe plants delivered under waiting trees. It's the perfect cover for an alien invasion.
That is a perfect cover. But also, that's a really nice sleigh. I want to drive that thing.
Do you? Well,
let me at her.
It appears that there are readings of advanced technology deeper within the ship. Perhaps the Martians had already completed their plan.
Ooh. Let me see. Let me learn more about this ancient technology and the sleigh.
So now that you guys have uncovered a good portion of the plot and you have found Santa and freed him, you never looked better, buddy. What is the next step here?
I would like to try and coax him up out of the ship and cover his eyes as he passes Rudolph and the other reindeer. I don't want him to see that. He's been through enough.
Blindfolds to fix. I was here in the room.
I mean, some of it.
Jesus Christ!
He'll never forget their screams.
Grizz, you're the only one with POW experience.
Hey, Sandy, I want to tell you that it gets better.
Can you bring them back?
I can't
You have
guarantee
magic
that
can bring
though.
them back? Can you delete
I
the sounds of
cannot
everything
do
I've ever loved dying from my head? I'm supposed to make toys next year.
Well, that might be a
Do you
bit
have
out of
any
my
idea
wheelhouse
how
there.
traumatic seeing a reindeer decoration is going to be for me from now on?
Yeah, I can see how that's
I'm
going to
in
be
shock.
bad.
Otherwise, I shouldn't be talking to you.
Yeah, Santa.
Grizz, just give him some candy for God's sake. Let him have some kind of comfort.
He passes his flask of nog.
Santa downs the entire thing in a
That
heartbeat.
is a lot. I hope you're not lactose intolerant, Santa.
We're not here.
I subside on milk and cookies. I'm absolutely lactose intolerant.
I get it. I mean,
But it's
cheese
okay.
is so good, right?
It's just nice to feel anything anymore.
Okay, I got a
Noel?
number for a group. Great guys, but we talk about the things we've seen and try to get over it together.
Boy, we've got to get out of here. Do you not understand the torture of this room?
Yeah, by all means, let's head out, Santa.
I can't do anything for this situation because I'm not there. But like,
Well, they take Santa out of the room.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of the parts have fallen on the floor. So as they're leaving, they're stepping on Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen, Comet, and Cupid, Donder, and Blitzen. But they do indeed make it out of that horrible room. And as they come back to the cockpit, Noel, you have deduced that this alien spaceship is in fact attached to the bottom of the saucer. So you'd have to go outside to access it. But there's a new problem. As you've been in here, the ship has shifted, and the crack that you came in is now completely buried beneath the earth. There's only the tiniest hole, barely bigger than like 1 by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can just
I
see
don't
the
mean to be
tiniest...
seductive, but I can fit through that.
Santa immediately pushes you away, and like a raccoon on the run, just dives in, top half first. All of his body fat just shifts right into his ass and thighs until he slips through the hole, and then all of it seems to go back behind this wall as his tiny, skinny legs slip through the hole.
yeah, it makes sense because you go down the chimneys. Hey.
That is both horrifying and extremely impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only impressed.
I'm gonna replay that in my memory banks later.
Santa has squelched his way out of the ship, making enough room that at the very least, Katie, you could also go through.
I'm gonna try and find a way for everybody else to get out.
I feel like Noel is small enough.
I mean, there's got to be a door. Like all these flying saucers got like a ramp or something, right? Just like in the movies.
I mean, Grizz, you know a way to make a door. You know a couple ways to make a door.
All right.
Shoot it.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to head into the ship a little bit more because it's gonna be loud and it's gonna be big, and I don't want to see none of y'all get hurt.
Noel still like peeks kind of like from the door. I want to see this.
Katie hovers a little bit over her head.
And Grizz takes off his pack with and just pulls out just an extremely large bomb.
Oh, I love it.
It's like really big.
With that being said, I would like to point out that earlier in this program, when I started narrating an EMP, my electricity shut off. So now as I'm about to narrate an explosion, If I cut, I think that might be
kill our
it, guys.
DM.
Okay.
Don't kill our DM.
We
and
did
at
save
that,
Santa.
There is. I didn't think I was going to be Jumanji tonight, but I should have known that you should always expect to be Jumanji.
I expected Jumanji.
Suddenly, there is an enormous explosion. All right, I'm good. There is a spray of red dust and alien technology, and probably a little bit of alien parts, as you blow a giant hole into the side of this saucer. And you know what? The four of you come strolling out of the saucer, like pure Reservoir Dog style. Like there is smoke and the dust is settling, and the four of you and you come out to find Santa is standing there, but he is not alone. Just peering over his shoulder is Merry Christmas. And surrounding you in every direction are people that appear to be asleep, except growing out of their temples, the backs of their heads, for a few of them, their eye sockets are these strange, pulsating, what almost looks like sugar plums.
Oh no.
Well, hi there. The Grinch may have stolen Christmas once, but now the Hive seeks to end it for good.
Oh no. Do you have a mother? Just a mother brain. If it's named Mary as well, I just had an interesting coincidence. But also, are you a network? Checking out. Are you guys a network? This hive?
We are a hive mind, yes.
Do you have a mommy? A central hub?
We have a parent. We don't really. It's a hive mind. Gender's really fluid with a hive mind.
Right, fair.
So, why
A leader of any sort.
why do you seek to destroy Christmas?
We're a hive mind. And Christmas is kind of an individualistic celebration. There's a lot of greed and materialism and like bad or good or quite frankly, it threatens the hegemony of the hive mind. So we're just gonna destroy it. You understand? Nothing personal. Just it's easier.
That feels pretty personal. That's my entire livelihood.
I mean, it's pretty personal to you. To them, it's not very personal, though. They haven't made their identity Christmas. You should find other holidays.
Yeah, but
missiles raise up again.
But we
Lady,
do the holiday together.
You can't kill Santa Claus. I mean,
I can't because I'm pretty sure we're
oh,
gonna try.
I'm sorry.
My spirit may be gone, but my physical form is still standing.
I meant you won't kill Santa Claus.
I thought
And,
it was gonna be the opposite, but that's interesting. Sorry, Orbis, you had something to say, or was that Grizz?
Yeah, Grizz is gonna just pull a gun and fire at her.
Oh, and we are off to a strong start, it seems. Grizz, why don't you go ahead and roll to hit?
23.
Oh,
That's definitely going to hit. Can you go ahead and do damage with your pistol or whatever it is you're using?
That would be 9 from the ball.
9. All right. So you watch. What weapon did you use?
The blaster, because I drew it from the side real quick and shot.
You drew. You
Just Han
shot and
Solo me? Because
fired.
that felt very Han Solo.
Grizz shot first.
Oh yeah, Grizz shot first.
I want a Grizz shot first T-shirt, Matt Kelly.
I mean, historically, KD shot first.
I just EMP'd. I just tooted a little.
EMP'd yourself?
I EMP'd myself.
And you like pull out, and it's a perfect dead shot into her right eye, and a huge chunk of her skull blows outward. And then she
golly
screams.
jeepers!
And as she says, "Oh golly jeepers," all of the strange sleepers all around her, the sugar plum people, echo, "Oh golly jeepers."
I think I made a mistake.
And you watch as the chunk of her head that's missing, you see just the tiniest bit of like little squiggling legs. Almost
It's
as if
like
there were
the
like a
stray-
spider in her skull.
We gotta get back to the ship.
At that. No,
I
all right,
wanna
so Noelle, you just said Noelle, you said you're gonna get back to the ship. Your ship, or are you trying to reach another ship?
No, to our ship, I think.
Slay ship.
Slay ship.
Okay.
Thank you.
Noelle, as it is currently your turn, you run to the rear of the UFO that you shot down, and there, attached to the back, is this strangely sleek alien sleigh ship. But it is connected to the underside of the UFO. You'll have to detach it before you can do anything. In the meantime, Merry Christmas. It is your move.
All of the sugar plum people are going to start singing. And they're going to start singing the 12 Days of Christmas, but they're not singing it in unison. Like one person's going to start the first day, and another person is going to wait a few seconds and start the second day. And then another person's going to start the third day. And it's going to go on until all of them are singing it very loudly and very disharmoniously. And you guys are going to be...
We hit 1,000!
We hit 1,000! Yes!
Awesome.
We're
Just
going to
when
have
Merry
the caroling sonic disruptor of the sugar plum people hit all of you, causing psychological warfare and disorientation, but also,
I mean, you are all hit with this intense sonic blast that is just like, I mean, Katie, you are literally flipped end over end, hitting the ground a little bit. Borbus, you are hit so hard you almost drop that sack. Santa, oh, I mean, you're immortal, so you're still standing, but that hurt. Noelle, you're hit so hard that it knocks you to the ground, but also dislodges the ship. Unfortunately, you're also hit so hard that you're stunned.
Well, I did it.
Grizz, you've been through worse.
I'd like to. Katie goes up to Noelle and just does a little light tapping, much like she did earlier, but a little lighter with my USB port cord. Thanks.
You know what? Give me a biology roll this time.
Oh shit! Yeah. Good call. Oh, that's a 17 plus 5. 22.
Oh, nice. And your little port, it touches Noelle and zaps her. And Noelle, all of your limbs go stiff for a gangly moment, but you're back. You're back. You feel good. You feel great. You feel great. It was like taking a bump, you know? You just feel wonderful. And
Thank you, Katie.
Now this strange alien ship has become dislodged from the UFO. Borbus, it is your turn. You have an alien sleigh, but you also have an army of hive minds. Do you have any thoughts, Borbus?
I do. I shall cast Induce Fear upon the hive mind.
Ooh.
And I shall.
Ooh, let's see.
And I shall fill their minds with the days of Hanukkah.
Oh, go ahead and give me a wisdom roll.
That's a 21.
And at that, Mary, the hive mind is suddenly filled with a fear that they never thought could exist. 8 days. 8 days.
Long days.
Too much.
Do you give a
Stories.
gift every day?
Or is it just every other day? I don't understand
It's an
etiquette.
obligation every day to all of your friends who celebrate.
Is there an
8
order?
days.
Is there a dollar amount? Oh God, no!
Can Katie just shake her oil can?
Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel.
There's Dreidel every day. You got the chocolate coins. We love the chocolate coins.
And at that, the Martians are currently stunned. Santa, it is currently your move.
Santa looks at his hands, and he remembers that never again will he hold the reins and guide his friends through the sky. Like, the songs never told you the full truth. I don't have to check the list. I make it up on the spot, and I know your sugar plum fairy ass is guilty. And he's gonna go try to maul her. So I'm gonna do a maul attack just with his bare hands.
Oh, a maul Santa?
Yes.
Okay.
Santa's gone feral.
That'll be a 19.
Oh, that's definitely going to hit. And that will do. Oh, and you guys watch as Santa literally tears Merry Christmas limb from limb. And all of the sugar plum people cry out, but something is happening. Borbus, the sack you're holding, it's beeping. Beep, 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 beep. It's getting faster and faster, and the bag is starting to shake. What do you do, Borbus?
I throw the bag.
And as you throw the bag, it unfurls itself, and Santa's black hole appears as a giant swirling vortex, shooting out random toys, but also sucking in every Martian it can see. You watch as the sugar plum people are pulled into the black hole. As a matter of fact, the 5 of you are being pulled into the black hole. You need something that can go faster than a black hole. You need some way to escape back to Earth. I'm going to need all of you to give me a dexterity roll right now.
Oh, natural 19. We got to get out of here. It's like that one dude in
18.
Inuyasha.
Santa got an 18.
17. I mean, I'm really close to this way.
What'd you get, Grizz?
18.
Okay, you're all doing great. So you were all just like, in the sleigh. You get in, all right? Noelle, this is your shining moment.
Yes.
I am going to need you to give me a really good navigation roll.
16!
And at that, the sleigh fires up, and it seems to be stuck in midair for a second. You realize, why fight it? You turn the sleigh around, hit the hyperdrive, go flying through Santa's black hole, and watch as you pass through multiple realities. Realities where Christmas does exist, doesn't exist, where Christmas was outlawed, where Christmas was inlawed, until finally you reemerge just above Earth, just in time to return Santa and his sack of gifts back to Earth for a Merry Christmas. And at that, Christmas stars, I tip my white pom-pom hat to you, and I'm going to bring in Mary.
High fives, high fives, high fives,
Thank
high fives, high fives.
all of you for playing this wonderful Christmas game and for helping us reach the goal of 1,000. Well, I mean, yes, we reached $1,000, and that's all Matt said I had to reach.
You don't owe him anything.
I am taking it, and it is midnight. Where are you at, Matt Kelly? It's time for you to appear like the ghost of Christmas present.
We saved Christmas.
That was
awesome. EMP, Matt Kelly.
Plums in his head.
We truly
look,
saved Christmas.
Thank you all for playing. I'm Joe Thulo from Dark Hills Gaming. I'm also on a show called Blood on the Dice, and I do shows for the Initiative League, and I work for the Flagellan and the Fool sometimes. And where are all you guys from? Let's hear those plugs one more time.
Well, hey, I'm Katie Hampton. I'm from the Napping Through Happy Hour podcast. You can also find me on a bunch of other different shows and things like that. But you can always find me on social medias at ElSassyPants, ElSassyyPants. I am on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky for the win.
Hell yeah.
Shockley's.
Oh, so we are 2/3 of the Anime is Trash podcast. We also make the Maximum Mediocrity podcast, where we interview people that aren't famous but should be.
Absolutely. I'm Abby Shockley. He's David Shockley. And our co-host, Morgan Miller, who is not here, but she's great.
In Christmas spirit. And Grizz.
I'm James Torpy, one half of the Monster Alley podcast. You can find us on, Instagram and Blue Sky at Monster Alley Pod. You can find me at James Torpy, Thorpey, on both of those as well. Not at the other place. That other place is bad. But we talk about monster movies, and they are usually fun.
And Matt Kelly, please take it away.
Thank you, everyone, for helping out with this. The fact that we did $1,000 in a single day is nothing short of incredible. And while the live stream is about to end, that doesn't mean that the donations go away. In fact, GeekscapeGives.com is going to be the URL to any charity event that Geekscape happens to be running at that particular time of the month. So whether you're listening to this tomorrow or 6 months from now, type in geekscapegives.com, see what we're trying to fundraise for, and if you have a few dollars to spare, we will happily take it for whatever charity event. Joey, thank you for crushing this. Thank you for the whole
absolutely incredible event.
Sorry for the EMP.
And I think that it's been definitely decided that we're going to do a few more of these throughout the year. I think this was a lot of fun, and we can just rotate in all of the many talented podcasters across the network into a bunch of different one-offs. So this is going to be a blast. I am very tired, and I think it is time to go to bed for me and for many others. So here we'll sign off with this weird
And to
version
all a good night.
Yes.
Who was our last donator? Who brought us over the line? I feel
Well,
like
I don't even recognize the name of the one who brought us over the line. Excitingly enough.
Cool.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.